What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Rants with Ray. Hello, hello, hello to all the new people that are subscribed into the family. What is up? What is going on? My name is Rayniecemitchell for all who are new here. Again, welcome to Rants with Ray. It has been 2 weeks, you guys, and I miss y'all. I miss y'all a lot. I hope y'all miss me as much as I miss y'all, okay? I will say there that during this 2 week period, it has been a interesting journey of different things happening, and it I needed to take time to get the proper perspective and really just watch certain things play out and properly assess what is going on, right? And I know you're probably like, okay, so what happened? What's the tea? What's going on? Give me a second. Hold on. Okay. As y'all can see by the title, it says the next steps, the power is within you. And I'm going to give more insight on that, but I do want to say, for if you haven't heard already, for all who are new here, if you or someone you know is struggling with addiction to weed, please go and get my ebook. It is the number one guide on how to stop smoking weed, get control over your addiction, and also it can help you break free from the spirit of addiction, all while getting closer to God in the process. And if you or you know someone that is in need of that, the link will be found in the description box below or my community board. Okay. Okay. So you guys, back to the topic of the video. The power is within you, and um the next steps. So whoever you are, you could feel like you're at a standstill, but you also feel like you're at the edge of breakthrough at the same time, right? And that can be a very tricky spot to be in when you are, in the midst of, you just got done with one level and you're in the midst of transitioning to the next level. It can feel like that brief pause can just feel heavy with different things that, you may have on your mind that is dwelling in your heart, or different things that you may need to overcome. And it's important for you to know that during this process, you are you have already crossed the finish line, right? There are just certain things that have to physically materialize in this 3D realm for you to be able to see the fruit of your labor. And don't be confused by the silence or the darkness, or feeling like you're alone during this period, because you aren't alone. When students are taking a test, the teacher is quiet. So don't feel like God has left you or ignoring you, but there are just certain things that, God is watching you, watching how you handle and process certain things that are happening. And it's important for you to know during this time, or just really not even just during this time, but period, the power is within you, right? And you don't ever want to go outside of yourself. Um, like, how can I say this? You don't ever want to go outside of yourself, like seeking God in others, thinking that that is the sole way to get to God, because that was the whole point of Jesus dying on the cross for our sins. So we can be able to have our own personal relationship with God. And I like, for whoever this video is for, you need to know that the source of information you're looking for, the answers you are looking for through other people, God is saying those answers are within you. And God will answer those questions when you get into your private space, when you get into that intimate space where you can talk one-on-one with God and spend time with God, for him to give you the revelation that you need to move forward swiftly and peacefully into this next phase. Because for whoever you are, you have been feeling like you need a confirmation or you need someone else to confirm the things that God has told you or promised you. And when you do that, it can be it could be a blessing and a curse. And what I mean by that is you can get the immediate gratification of feeling like you got the answers you needed, but in the long term, you'll always feel like dependent on that source of however you got that answer. You may become dependent upon codependent upon receiving insight from God through that source when you can be able to do that yourself through your own relationship with God. And you must understand that people will always disappoint you. People are going to fall short. They're not going to be able to come through. I'm not saying all the time, but you can't expect perfection from people. Like, people are always going to let you down. And when you put your faith in people, you are truly limiting how God can be able to move in your life, uh how much you're limiting how much God can do and who he can use to do these perform these different things through. Like, when you limit him to only one person or one preacher or one way of receiving insight or revelation through one source, one avenue, you limit not only yourself, but you limit God. You limit how God can be able to move in your life. And um I'm not saying that there aren't, people that are anointed people that are out there that you can receive insight from. There is very much so anointed people that God has sent and God is using to be able to bring people closer to him. That is very true. But when you put your all and your faith into those people, you make a dangerous mistake because those people are only vessels. Those people are only messengers of God. And when you give them more power than you're giving God, or you put more faith in them than you put in God, you limit yourself significantly. And you're putting expectations where there shouldn't be any, because when you start expecting certain things out of people, or you put your faith in people, you are bound to be let down at some point. Okay, at some point in time, that person is not going to come through or uphold your expectations that you have. So just make sure you are, putting your faith in God. Don't put all your faith and don't put all your trust in a spiritual leader. Don't put all your trust into a prophet. Don't put all your trust into anything outside of God. Allow them, you want to take everything and everyone back to God. I'm not saying don't trust prophets, don't trust people that are anointed. I'm just saying don't put all of your trust into those people and things. You want to put all of your trust into God, because those people are subject to mistakes. They're subject to falling short, and they are again vessels or messengers of God. They are not God, right? And when you put a person, place, or thing in the position that God is supposed to be in, that is a dangerous thing to do. You're therefore making that thing or that person an idol. And when you do that, that's a form that's like a form of witchcraft, because you're gonna then for therefore praise that person or give that person the power and faith that you're supposed to be giving to God, right? And I know you're probably like, well, what is making you say this? Whoever this video is for, this is for you at this specific time, because this is something that you may have been dealing with yourself. You may have been looking for answers to certain things through certain people and been disappointed because those people aren't able to give you the answers like you expected. They aren't giving you the peace that you thought that they were going to be able to give you, and that's because peace comes through submission to God. Peace comes through spending time with God and sitting in his presence so he can be able to bring you revelation, bring you that console, that you need in your time of weariness, right? In your time of, not feeling at 100% or at your full capacity with whatever you're believing God for. And, it's just important to make sure you're not putting your faith in man, because man will always let you down. Long story short, okay? And um whoever you are, you're getting ready to you're in this middle phase. Like, it's kind of reminded me of, thank you Holy Spirit, where basically right now my nieces and nephews they're in summertime, right? They're not in school. They just got out of school, so they're no longer in their last grade, but they're not fully quite in their next grade yet either, right? Because um one of my nephews, he is in sixth grade, but transitioning to seventh grade. But he's in that middle period. He's not quite yet in seventh grade, but he's no longer in the sixth grade anymore either. And during that phase of, s- um, in the midst of transitioning, it can be very, like I said, it can seem very silent, very lonely, very, um, just it could feel like a extended pause where you're not quite sure on what to do, and you're feeling like, you know, where are the next steps? Where are the next set of directions so I can keep moving forward? And sometimes you have to understand God may have you in that pause period to either protect you from something, either getting certain people and things in place from when you do get out of that period. There will be certain provisions set up for you, or it can be that God is trying to develop certain things within you during that pause period so you can be able to properly steward this next season. So know that everything is happening for you, not to you. You are not a victim, but a victor. And this journey has been long, it has been strenuous, and it has been heavy. And a lot of you all are getting ready to enter into a period where you're about to get ready to receive gifts. Right now, I'm seeing in my mind, um, like presents that are gifts that are wrapped up like presents, like how they would be for Christmas or something, like a box with a bow, a bunch of boxes with bows. So get excited, because in this season that you're moving into, you're about to be gifted with presence. You're about to be gifted with provision, gifted with things that will be able to help you navigate this next season prosperously and proficiently, because you're no longer at the level that you used to be at, right? But you're not quite at the level that you're moving into. You're in that middle ground phase, and God is still tweaking certain things to get you prepared, to get you ready for where he's getting ready to take you, because you're about to operate at full capacity in your purpose. And there has been certain things that have that God has been constructing, building, and just maneuvering in your favor, that when this phase is over, everything is going to make sense. Everything, all the dots are going to finally connect. So just know that the power is within you, and God, you can connect with God through your own relationship with God. Yes, there is good to have provision, and to have, different people that could be used as provision from God to help you navigate this journey. But don't put all your faith in man, put all your faith in God, okay? Because people will disappoint you. Allow certain people and seers and prophetic voices to come and help you at certain times, but you don't ever want to put all your faith in anything outside of God, because that is making something or someone an idol over God, and that can become a dangerous thing. Okay? Put your faith in God and know that God is going to come through for you, and just at this time, be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with God. Things are moving quicker than it seems, because a lot of you all, you can feel like you're in like this quicksand set of I'm at this quicksand predicament where you're constantly moving, trying to get out from where you're at, but it feels like the situation at hand is so thick, it's hard for you to swim out of it and make way. But know that you don't even have to fight against the things that are coming up against you because God is fighting for you and everything is working itself out. I'm not saying sit around and do nothing. I'm just saying you don't have to you're not alone in this thing, right? And you don't have to stress yourself out. Focus on what you can control, right? Focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't control. Allow God to move the heavy pieces of what you cannot maintain at this time, and everything is going to fall into place. You're transitioning into a new level, and it's been a bit dark because you're in this middle phase of no longer being at the level that you was at, but you're not quite at the level that you're going to. And it's like kind of when a kid is in summer school, or they're in summer camp. They're just in that phase right before they transition to the next grade, and they may be bored or there's nothing for them to do. They stuck in the house and they just feel like, "Oh, dang, I would have rather been in school than not doing anything." And you're kind of in this phase where you're like, I would have rather be doing something versus just sitting doing nothing. But know that use this time wisely, because we don't want to take any time for granted, because the time is the only thing that we can't get back. And once once you get to this new phase, this new